This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to watch this recording of the Path to Bronze Ambassador Session 2. This is your 4-week program that we have extended into an 8-week program to help you to build your business sustainably. So this is Michelle Bonfer. I'm your leadership development coach for most of the state of Indiana, and our session objectives today are to define outreach and its impact, apply key strategies, and identify what is next for you. So we are ready, set, go. We have completed session 1, and here's a quick review. Hopefully you had a chance to complete your memory jogger and send your list to your upline leader or coach. Then you were able to send out some suggested messages to the rest of your list. Following up is so important. So if you haven't gotten to that point yet, now is the time to call, text, email, whatever form of communication those people preferred, to follow up the message that you sent. Following up, as we're going to talk about a little bit later on, is one of the places where it's really easy to lose a sale, and the sale could mean product. It could also mean someone signing up on your team. I hope that your first one-on-one with your upline or coach went well. Can't wait to hear on the collaboration call how things went. And I hope that as well that you have been able to grow your team by 1 or more. So be sure to post all those exciting, fun things that are happening on our Bootcamp team page. It's the Bootcamp chat room, and you can, actually that's the one that we have for the Indiana and Illinois area. There's another one for Michigan. So whichever one you're on, just be sure to, don't be afraid to shout out about things that you're excited about that are working well for you. Okay, so the memory jogger, this should look pretty familiar to you. We sent this out to you with your very first session. And, everyone's a potential customer, recruit, or fundraiser lead. Who knows? It's about finding the right solution for them. You have this really expansive list of all these different types of people that you can contact. So when you feel like you've hit a brick wall, you can go back to that list. You can take a look at who else there might be to reach out to. So outreach is what happens when your belief takes action. So in our very first session, we talked about what your belief is. It's a little bit deeper than your why. It's your reason for getting up on these cold, wintry mornings when you want to be all snuggled up in bed and getting out there and working your business. We also have so many different online opportunities now that maybe it means you can stay snuggled up, but instead of watching Netflix on a snow day, you are actually doing some online work to build that business. So outreach is the first second letter in our BOSS acronym. We started with belief, and now we're hitting into outreach. So 5x5 is something that you're going to hear a lot about in this training. It's really the best way to grow. So it's talking to 5 people 5 days a week, which will give you 25 new contacts. So remember, these are new people that you're talking to. It could be people actually that you already know but have not yet spoken to about Avon, or people that you don't know yet. It could mean chance encounters that you have when you're going to the bank tomorrow. You're probably not going to the post office because I believe they're closed again due to snow. But these could be chance encounters that could happen absolutely anywhere, because eventually you're going to run out of people that you already know. So the 5x5 is going to let you keep expanding that list larger and larger and larger. And the wider you cast that net, the more customers and recruits you'll be able to bring in. There we go. Page was frozen for a minute. So chance encounters, I referred to that back on the last page. It's an unlikely, unexpected, unplanned, brief meeting between 2 people that occurs anywhere. So take a minute to think about when your last chance encounter was. Mine personally was this afternoon. I knew that I had several calls this evening, so I did make it out to the gym today. And when I was checking in, I was able to have a conversation with the YMCA woman, the woman that worked at the YMCA front desk who was checking me in. I had my big Avon bag from Rep Fest, I think about 2 years ago, and she commented on it, and it started a conversation. So that was my chance encounter. I hadn't expected it. It was with someone that I hadn't ever even talked to before. So I was wearing Avon. It was bright pink. It was a really easy way for her to actually start the conversation with me. But there's some common ground, I guess, chance encounter ground icebreakers, if you want to call them that may help you to feel a little bit more comfortable and for it to feel more authentic and genuine, which is so important when we're working our business, that we keep and stay as authentic and genuine as we can. So finding common ground and asking open-ended questions to get her talking is one way. Let's just say you're in line at the grocery store because the storm of the century is about to hit. Wow, this grocery line is so long. Who has time for this? How would you rather be spending your time? For myself, the first one would probably be more natural for me. But what would be really natural would be the option 2. I think the compliments are so easy to give. As women, we've just really worked on creating this culture where we lift each other up. And I think that that's something that maybe even in the last 10 years has gotten bigger and bigger, to just lift each other up. And, when I see a woman and she's got a fabulous haircut, I tell her. I don't tell my girlfriend next to me, oh my gosh, her hair's so cute. I tell the woman that has that awesome haircut, or that has this really cute necklace, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Where'd you get it? So everyone feels good when they get a compliment. Remember, keep it genuine. So this one right here, wow, you look so sharp. What do you do? And then digging deeper, how do you like it? And you're going to catch compliments from other people as well. I know we've got some really sharp Avon dressers on this call today. So when you go out, you don't always have to be totally buttoned up and ready to go just to head to the gas station, but you're still probably going to have those times when you do get a compliment from someone else, and you can certainly bring Avon into that conversation. And of course, wearing the product is a great start. So once you connect, how do we get them talking, right? How do we get them to dig a little deeper? We can find out more about them, and we can find out what matters to them. Because once we know what matters to them, we can help define how Avon could be a solution, and we're not just throwing out another, direct sales company, join my team, I need more people, join my team, I need to go to Cabo. No, it's, hey, I've got this great opportunity for you because I know that you want X, Y, Z, and this is how you can get it. So this is the big one here. And this is, I got to tell you, this is probably one of the hardest ones for me because I love to talk. It's be interested, not interesting. Okay? So let's just take a minute to think about that. Be interested, not interesting. Okay, so we want to find out about them. How's your job going? How do you do it? Managing a family and a career. Tell me about what you do. Why do you like to volunteer so much with such and such organization? I have a few friends that are similar to me in the way that we love to talk. And sometimes I can be on a phone call and just keep saying, oh my gosh, and then what? And it's like, did I find out more information? And then I say, wow, and then what happened? Or what, and how did that make you feel? Oh, wow. Or, and it's just like a few words from me that are open-ended can elicit this entire 30-minute, conversation, which is mostly them talking and me finding more out about a situation. The same thing can happen when you're talking in a chance encounter. You can also create your own outreach opportunities. You can host a Facebook party. I don't know about you guys, but there were not a lot of people in my area that were out on the roads today, right? So probably there weren't a lot of chance encounters that happened. Schools were closed. I mean, the post office was closed. Come on. So here's some steps for booking a Facebook party. First step, select your hostess and a time and date. Your second step, create a Facebook event. Step 3, drive attendance. Because if you've heard that saying, if you build it, they will come, it's actually not true. You have to bring them there. You've got to drive the attendance there. Step 4, it is time to party. And step 5, follow up. So you are going to receive some support materials with this recording that will discuss how to set up a Facebook party. So be prepared for every outcome. If you hear yes, awesome. Be ready to get started. Ask for the things you need to get her started. So if she's saying, yes, I'll do a Facebook party, be sure to be prepared to get that set up. If she's saying, yes, I'd like to join this opportunity, be prepared for that. Yes, I'd love a skincare consultation. All right, let's do it. Your upline and your coach is ready. So if you have questions and you would like to do a 3-way call, we're here for you. If you hear maybe, you may need to further demonstrate your belief. Maybe you have not been able to relate to them with your own belief, and you want to share an example of someone else's belief. Help her see the benefits more clearly and use tools to reaffirm her belief. If you hear obstacles, there's probably a reason why. So ask questions to dig deeper and understand. And then once you've dug deeper, you can then respond. I know in my own case, it can sometimes be easy when I hear an obstacle to almost act like immediately defensive. And that's been something that I'm still myself working on, asking more questions before just immediately responding to that obstacle. And then if you hear no, it could mean just not right now. Ask the person if they know anyone else that might be interested. And we also have, Avon products and fundraising. So it's not only the opportunity that you have available for them. We always need more customers. And a fundraiser is a great way to achieve some of your goals. Stay connected with those people on social media. And I would actually say that last bullet point about staying connected would be great for all 4 categories. So when in being prepared, be sure that you know what the current program is. Right now, we have a Kickstart program. There's a daily care collection as part of that. We also have 3 different kits to choose from. So you don't have to know everything about everything, but I would suggest familiarizing yourself with Kickstart, the collection, and at least the price of the three kits. Help them calculate their order size to generate their first order earnings. So you can use just that daily care bundle to create a first order. Even if someone isn't really ready to sign up yet, and maybe their obstacle was that they don't have the money yet, right? So they could start to pre-sell from that bundle, collect the money up front, use that money to pay for their order as well as their sign up, their $25 sign up, and all that they were selling from is a digital flyer, or maybe they made a copy of the flyer. So it is good, though, for you to go through the math to show her earnings on her first order by selling those bundles or whatever else she chooses to sell. So we have some additional supports for you as well. There's a connection card that you're going to be getting attached to this email with the recording. This is what it looks like. This is made by Avon, and it's got, it kind of reminds me of like a client card. If you've ever gone to like a new doctor, or maybe you've gone to a new salon and you need to fill some things out, that's what it is, only it's for your business. This may work in some settings for you to get contact information and not other settings. You just kind of have to feel it out. Follow up. Did you know that 48% never follow up with a new prospect? 25% make a second contact and stop. Now, I'm just going to stop right there for a minute. If 48% never follow up with a new prospect, then I can imagine that when someone else comes along with that same company and talks to that prospect, she could very well sign up after the first person never followed up. It might still be in her mind, but she doesn't do it until the second person has talked to her because she never got a follow-up. Only 10% make more than 3 contacts. 55% of sales are made on the 3rd contact. Let's think about that. Think about that and that list that you created. 55% are made on the third contact. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact, and 80% are made after the fifth contact. So you do need to create a balance for yourself. You may say, oh my gosh, 5 contacts. Well, shoot, by the time I've contacted them 5 times in 1 week, they're going to be done with me. And that's right. 5 times in 1 week would be way too much. You've got to find a balance for maybe what you would want. Think about that as a starting place. How often would I want to be contacted? And then think about, well, how do they like to communicate? Because if I'm contacting them through email and they are a texter, they're that person that never picks up the phone, but they're always on it. That makes sense. They're never talking on it, but they always have it in front of them. And I'm emailing them. Maybe I should be texting them. Or if they like Facebook Messenger and I'm texting, that might not work. If I'm calling if I'm texting and they are someone who really loves phone calls. They like to connect. They like that old-fashioned being able to have a conversation and create that relationship. Perfect. I'm going to pick up the phone and actually call her. Well, I hope you had some aha moments here. This is definitely going to be a time for you to really think about who you're going to be adding to your team over the next 2 weeks. We are over the post-holiday hump and we are back into really bringing in those sales. So now is the time for you to be bringing in your Valentine's Day sales, as well as your new recruits that want to make money for spring break, want to make money for really, absolutely anything. Just when you look at the retail industry at this point, consumers have pretty much recovered from the Christmas hustle and bustle and spending, right? So here's your plan for the next week. Complete the rest of the Plan Like a Boss worksheet on page 1. You have the 5x5 outreach. It's possible that you've completed your list, but you haven't made contact with everyone. If you don't have all 25 filled out, create more opportunities for those chance encounters so you can fill that out and grow your team by 1 new representative or more. Determination doesn't make it easier, it makes it possible, by Jean Charest. I hope this was informative for you, and good luck to you in building your team on your journey to Bronze Ambassador.